Hello, welcome everyone, and good afternoon, sir. So I am Aruna Ahmed, today's convener. Now, now I would like to request our repeater to tell us about the last class.
Right. Good. Sean.
Thank you, everyone. Yesterday, our instructor talked about inside a computer. 5 components we learned from that class: motherboard, CPU, power supply unit, RAM, and hard drive. Motherboard is known as the main board, system board, planner board, or logic board. Central processing unit, also called a processor or brain of the computer. Intel and AMD are manufacturer of CPU. Then we talked about power supply unit. Then RAM. RAM means random access memory. Whenever our computer performs calculations, it temporarily stores the data. Whenever the
Sean, we cannot hear you. Sean, can you hear me? Hello, Sean. Okay, so maybe he has some internet issue.
আরে তো নাই স্যার ওই যায়
Sir, we can't hear you. Sir, unmute your audio, sir. We can't hear you.
Okay, now can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so Sean already explained about the previous class. Okay, so let me share my slide with you. In today's class, basically we are going to learn about some networking hardwares. So can you guys see the slide on your screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So as I already mentioned, in today's class, we are going to discuss about some network related hardware, okay, or computer networking related hardwares. Before that, if I want to connect my network, if I want to connect my computer with network, then which hardwares we need, or which things we basically need? That is one question. So now you can see here, they are basically mentioning here these 3 things are important to connect your device with internet. What is the first one? Internet service. So if you want to connect your computer, desktop, laptop, mobile phone, or any other things, then at first you need internet service. What you can do? You can talk with ISP, that means internet service provider. ISP means actually what? Internet. I for internet, S for service, P for provider. Okay, we have to take service from ISP. Okay, then they are going to provide us a broadband line at our home. Then we can directly connect that broadband with our desktop, laptop, or we can connect that broadband connection with our router. Then we can make Wi-Fi system, and we can connect other devices with that router. Okay, so you need internet service at first. Then you can purchase a modem. Okay.
Sir.
Hi, hello.
Sir, please repeat ISP.
ISP. ISP means internet service provider. I for internet, S for service, P for provider. In your area, you are going to get some organization who basically provide internet at your home. Okay, they are called nothing but ISP, internet service provider. Okay, you have to tell them, I would like to use internet at my home PC, so I need internet service. So they might take monthly charge, like at my home I am using 2 GB internet, okay, 2 GB broadband connection, and for that I need to pay 400 taka. Okay, so in this way you have to make a deal with them. Then they are going to provide you broadband connection at your home, and those organizations are called ISP, internet service provider. Is that clear to you?
Yes, sir.
All right. So at first you need this one, or you can use what? Modem.
Modem.
Definitely you need modem. Okay, modem basically perform modulation and demodulation task. MO for modulation and DEM for demodulation. So in our next slide, we are going to next slide. In our, maybe after 2 slides, we are going to discuss about this modem. That's why I'm not discussing in detail about the modem. Okay, and we need a web browser. Definitely, we need a web browser. Okay, if you want to access any content from World Wide Web, on that time you need web browser. So you guys already have idea about the web browser. Web browser is nothing but a software. Okay, through this software we can access any information, any content from the World Wide Web. So remember, if you want to get internet connection, okay, then you need these 3 things. First of all, internet connection, internet service from ISP. Then you need modem for modulation, for demodulation. That means this modem can convert signal. It can convert analog to digital or digital to analog. Okay, and at last we need a software that is called web browser. That is called web browser. That is the thing. So is that clear to you? Basically, we need these 3 things. Okay, right. Then now, which service is best for me? Okay, it basically depends on where you live and how much speed you need. Okay, so one person might tell that, okay, sir, I would like to get internet connection at my home. So
We can hear you, sir.
You guys cannot hear me?
We can hear you.
No, sir.
Your connection is buffering a lot.
Can you guys hear me now? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is that
Yes, sir.
clear now?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. So I'm basically repeating the topic again. Basically, what? If you want to get internet service on that time, you might think that 1 GB is appropriate for me, or 2 GB is appropriate for me, or which service I should take. Okay, from which ISP provider I should get the internet connection. So it basically depends on these 2 points. First point is where you live. In your area, which operator signal is more strong, you should select that operator as your internet service provider. Sometimes you use mobile data. Okay, now you might ask me questions, sir, which one is better? Grameenphone, Banglalink, or Teletalk? Okay, it depends on your area where you basically live. And second point, how much speed you need. Okay, you might think that there are different packages, like 1 Mbps package, 2 Mbps package, okay, or 10 Mbps package even. It depends on your work. Okay, it depends basically what task you would like to perform by using your internet. According to that one, you can select a specific package. Suppose according to my work, I need 2 GB. That's why I subscribe for 2 GB package. So is that clear to you? Which service is best for me? It depends on these 2 points.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My voice is clear to you now? Can you guys hear me clearly now?
Yes, sir.
All right.
It's buff.
Now,
It's depend on area.
right. So now, basically, next point I would like to discuss. Inside your, in your area, you might get number of ISP service provider, okay, internet service provider, okay. So which one is the best one? Which one is the good one? Or from which ISP service provider, I mean internet service provider, we should take connection? We should take internet connection. The first point they are mentioning, you have to consider their speed. Okay, sometimes what happens, sometimes they tell us that I'm going to provide you 2 GB internet, 2 Mbps internet connection, broadband connection. Okay, but when we take their connection, they basically maybe provide, I mean, less than 1 Mbps. Okay, in some cases it might only few kilobytes. Okay, so you have to basically you can talk with others. Okay, what about their speed, internet speed? Okay, that is the thing. Then think about the price. Okay, is that package price is problem to understand my voice?
Sir, how can I check the speed of my internet?
There are some software. Okay, there are some internet speed measurement software. Okay, you can download that software and you can install that software in your PC. And when you take the internet connection, when you use the internet, automatically it will show you the speed. Or when you download any file from any server, on that time it basically show you the download speed. Okay, or uploading speed. By using that software, you can get download speed, you can get upload speed as well. All right. So by monitoring the reading of that software, you can easily understand what, I mean, how much speed they are going to provide us, or they are providing us. All right.
All right.
Right. Just Google it. You will get
sir.
number of softwares. You will get number of softwares. Then think about the price. So you have to basically bargain about this one. Okay. Sometimes they might ask you 500 taka. Okay, for 2 GB. Sometimes they might ask you 400 taka. Okay, you can basically compare different ISP provider. You can compare different ISP, and you can select a specific one. Okay, then easy of installation. Okay, whatever the hardware they are giving us, or whatever the software I need to install, is that easily installable or not? Is those easily installable or not? Okay, suppose they might give us what should I say, optical fiber connection. Whether other hardwares with that optical fiber connection I can easily install at my home or not. Okay, that is the thing. Then service record. Suppose somehow nowadays basically we are facing this problem in a very severe manner. Like when this rainy season come, on that time their broadband connection interrupt time to time. Okay, they need to give us proper service on that time, as because of storm, because of rough weather, their devices, okay, might be not work properly. On that time they have to give us service. We have to check whether they are giving us service properly or not, time to time or not, in a routine basis or not. Then technical support, if I face any problem at my home, whether they are providing me technical support or not. Okay, and at last, contract terms and condition. Okay, there might some ground rule, like before removing my service, or before terminating my service, you have to know me 1 month earlier. Okay, this type of terms and condition they might give us. So after evaluating, after analyzing these 6 points, we have to take service from internet service provider. We can take service from a specific internet service provider. Before taking service from ISP, we should keep these 6 points in our mind. Am I clear to you?
Sir, can you please repeat service record?
Service record means the same ISP, okay, using by many people, isn't it? Same ISP basically used by different people in your area. So what you can do, you can you can go through their record. Okay, like how much complaint usually they get. Okay, then what type of problem basically users are facing. Okay, those users basically using their service. Okay, so this type of service record you can check. You can talk with other person who basically taking their service before taking the service from that specific ISP provider. Service provider. Okay, that is the thing. That is the thing. Okay, then you will get some idea. Then you will get some idea what type of service they are going to give us. Are they providing superior quality service, or are they providing bad quality service?
Bad quality service.
Right. All right. Then these points are very important. Now we are going to learn about 3 network gear, 3 network hardware. Okay. So these are very important. Okay. In your examination, definitely you are going to get one question from this part. The first network gear or network hardware we have, that is called modem. That is called what? Modem. Okay. At first, I will discuss about this network thing that is called modem. I already mentioned that if you want to connect your computer with internet on that time, you need modem. Can you see that the second thing? Second point, or the hardware we need, that is called modem. So now I am going to discuss about what is modem.
Your voice is not clear. Yes, sir.
Sorry, can you hear me
Buffering,
now?
sir. Your voice is buffering, sir.
Still it is buffering,
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Give me a few seconds. Give me a few seconds, guys.
Sure.
Can you hear me? My voice clearly now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay now?
sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Because of this rough weather, basically internet basically interrupting time to time. That is the problem. All right. So let's give our concentration again. If you guys face any problem to hear my voice, let me know. Okay, immediately let me know. Okay.
Sure,
So now the first point is actually what? Modem. Okay. Modulation and demodulation. This device can perform modulation and demodulation task. This is the short form. Modem is the short form, and the full form is modulator and demodulator. Again, I'm repeating, modulator and demodulator. So you can see here the name MO means modulator and DEM means demodulator. This is the short form, and combinedly we can call it modulator. We can call it modem. In short, we can call it modem. That is the thing.
Modem.
So, right. Can anyone read it? Deepanita, can you read it? The slide?
All right, sir.
Carry on.
Modem. A modem is a type of hardware device that converts between analog and digital data in real time for two-way network communication. The term is short for demodulator and for modulator and demodulator.
Right. Okay. So as they mentioned here, this point, can you see this point? Converts. Okay. This modem is nothing but signal converter. Is it clear to you? This modem is nothing but what? Signal converter. We have two types of signal. Usually we basically talk about these two types of signal. One is analog signal, another one is digital signal.
Sir, can't hear you properly.
Okay, give me a moment. I am trying to fix my internet issue. Give me a few seconds.
Okay, sir.
Sir, maybe we should move to Google Meet or something. Today we had a class at morning.
Yes, sir. I think Meet is better.
We were having same issues, sir. Then we moved to
Google Meet.
আর কতক্ষণ আছে ক্লাসে?
অনেক প্রবলেম করতেছে না। Tanvir, you there?
More than 30 minutes.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
আরে স্যার না, আমি রাইদুল।
sounds like sir. That's why.
Ah, thank you. Take it as a compliment. Where is sir?
I am here. Don't worry.
Sir.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. We can
Yes,
hear
sir.
you.
All right. So clearly, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Clearly.
Clearly.
Okay. As I'm discussing about this modem, modem basically what? Nothing but what? The signal converter. Modem is nothing but a signal converter. We have two types of signal. We know that one is analog signal, another one is digital signal. So can anyone tell me computer works with which one? Analog or digital?
Digital signal.
Right. That's why this is called digital device, isn't it? That's why this one is called digital device. Now the question is, then why we need this analog signal? Why we need to talk about analog signal? So digital signal, it has one problem. It has one problem. The problem is digital signal we cannot transmit in a long distance. You understand? Digital signal we cannot transmit in a long distance.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is the problem of digital signal. Digital signal means 0 and 1.
Sir,
You know that.
please repeat, sir.
Digital.
Yeah.
My voice is not clear, or you guys cannot hear me clearly.
Sir, your voice is not clear.
Sir, your voice is clear, but it's lagging.
Okay. So again, I'm repeating. Computer basically work with two signals, not two signals basically. We basically discuss about two signals, but our computer basically work with one signal. The two signals are analog signal and digital signal. And computer basically work with digital signal. We know that 0 and 1, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
0 and 1. This is nothing but digital signal. So when we want to transmit this digital signal in a long distance, we basically face problem. The problem is we cannot transmit this digital signal in a long range. In a long distance, we cannot transmit it, as because this is a weak one. Isn't it? Okay, that's why this is the limitation of digital signal, that we cannot transmit it in a long distance. But analog signal we can transmit. We can transmit what? Analog signal. So can anyone give me the example of analog signal? Can anyone give me?
Yes, sir. Radio, sir. Radio. Radio.
Think about our sound. Okay, think about our sound. Sound is nothing but actually what? Analog signal. Okay, and through ear we can transmit this sound. Okay, I am speaking and you guys can hear me, isn't it? This is nothing but our analog signal. And you see, analog signal we can transmit. So now come to the point. Our computer, can you see the figure here? At the bottom you can see a figure in this
Yes,
slide.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is suppose computer 1, okay, computer number 1, okay, and this is your PC. You are using this PC, and this is suppose computer number 2. All right, and you would like to send an email to your friend. You are using computer number 1, and your friend is using computer number 2. By using computer number 1, you write down an email, and you would like to send this email to your friend. Okay, so when I am typing my email or composing my email, in which format I am basically typing that one? Analog or digital?
Analog.
When I am typing.
Oh, yeah, it's
working with
digital. It's
computer.
digital.
Sir.
Definitely
It's digital.
This is digital, isn't
Yes,
it?
sir. Yes, sir.
Computer always work with
Digital
signal.
signal.
Right. I basically compose my email, okay, in digital format.
Yes,
But
sir.
as I already mentioned, I cannot send the digital signal. I
Yes.
cannot transmit the digital signal.
Signal.
Okay, through my telephone line. What I have to do? I have to convert that digital signal into analog
signal.
As because analog signal we can transmit through our telephone line, through our broadband line, through the wire, okay, over the air. Okay, that is the thing. That's why we need to convert digital signal to analog signal. So you understand why we need to convert digital signal to analog signal? Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Digital signal, it has limitation. We cannot transmit it as because it is weak. But analog signal we can transmit through the telephone line or the cable or the wire. Okay, that's why we need to convert digital signal to analog signal. So this process is called modulation. You understand? This process is called actually what?
Modulation.
Process. Okay, and who basically perform this task?
Modem.
Modem.
This modem. This is the hardware modem. This basically perform this task, modulation.
Modulation.
Okay, all right. Again, when I am basically sending this analog signal and my friend is going to receive this analog signal, is it possible to read that analog signal through my computer, through my friend's computer? Because computer not able to work with analog signal.
Analog signal.
Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
That's why again we have to convert that analog signal to
Digital signal.
digital signal. Only then my friend will be able to understand what I am sending to him or her. So this is called demodulation. Okay? Demodulation.
Modulation.
Demodulation is the process to convert analog signal to digital signal. Okay, that is the thing. So this is called nothing but demodulation. And here you can see again we have modem. This modem can perform this demodulation task as well. So that's why I'm telling this modem is nothing but signal converter. It can convert analog to digital, vice versa, digital to analog. Am I clear to you? What is this modem?
A signal.
Yes,
Signal
signal converter.
Converter.
Right. Signal.
Yes, sir.
Converter.
Okay. Now I think you guys are very clear about this one. So remember, when we convert digital to analog, this process is called
Modulation.
Okay. And who basically perform this task? Modulator.
Modem.
Modulator. Okay. And analog to signal, that is called, the process is called demodulation. And who basically perform this task? Demodulator.
Demodulator.
So in our old computer, we have two separate devices, modulator and demodulator. But nowadays, what we did basically, we basically combine these two. We basically combine these two, and we are basically offering a single device that is called modem. That is called modem. Modulator and demodulator. All right. So I think you guys are very clear about this point.
Yes,
there
sir.
are many things we have, like we have to learn about weak signal. Okay, we have to learn about strong frequency. Okay, in your fundamental of electronics course or hardware course, you're going to learn about in depth. Okay, but for now, this is the fundamental thing. All right, in networking course, you're going to learn about many things. Okay, right. Okay, now I would like to I would like to show you one small video clip. Let me know whether you can see the web browser of mine. Okay, can you see on your screen or not? Okay, let me open my browser. Give me a moment. Okay, I'm sharing the slide, that is screen with you. Can you guys see the screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So I'm trying to play that one. Let me know whether you can see the video or not. Consider a computer A.
Yes, sir, we can see.
Can you guys see and can you guys hear?
Yes, sir, we can see and hear everything.
Sure.
Okay. So look the process very carefully.
Another computer named computer B. If the computer A or B wants to send messages to one another, it requires a medium, which is provided by our telephone cables. For a message from computer A to reach computer B is through a series of connections. That is, from computer A to telephone A, and then to the telephone cables, it should be received by the telephone B, and then to the computer B. But there's a problem in this.
Sir, can't hear properly.
Sir, the video audio is very poor, sir. We
Then the
continue.
audio is not clear.
Yes,
Not
sir.
synchronized, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So video sound was not clear, isn't it?
Sir, it
Yes,
wasn't
sir.
synchronized.
All right. Okay. I would like to show you the video, and I'm going to explain. Okay, what is basically happening here? All right.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. So I'm basically muting this one. All right.
Okay.
So here at first you can see the computer A. All right.
Yes, sir.
And here they are basically showing computer B.
B.
So right, and I would like to transfer data or information in between these two computers. Okay, from computer A to computer B. Through this telephone cable, okay, or broadband connection, okay, cable, I can transfer data from one computer to another computer. I can transmit signal from one computer to another computer. All right, but we know that our computer basically work with digital signal, okay, and this basically we cannot transmit this digital signal in a long range. Okay, that's why we need basically what? The help of analog signal.
Analog signal.
Right. That's why they are basically showing the cross symbol. Okay, you cannot transmit digital signal. So now what we can do? Suppose this thing I would like to send to the computer B. Hi, how are you? This message I would like to send from computer A to computer B. All right, through my telecommunication channel. Okay, through my cable.
Okay.
All right. So now basically computer understand only what? 0 and 1. Isn't it? This
Yes,
is the
sir.
computer line.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
But your telephone line or telephone cable or telecommunication channel, is it possible to understand 0 and 1 for this telecommunication channel? Let's see. It will not be able to understand anything. Okay, it will not be able to understand anything. So what we have to do? We have to use one device in between these two things. Okay, my telephone channel and my computer. And you see, vice versa, analog signal not understandable by the computer. Okay, computer do not understand the analog signal, and this telephone line or the cable or telecommunication channel, it is not able to understand what? The digital signal, computer language. All right. So what is the solution now? Let's see. We can use here one modulator and demodulator. Okay. So first of all, we are talking about modulator. Okay. This is actually considered this device as modulator. Okay. What it is going to do? It is receiving digital signal and converting it into analog signal. Modulator. Okay. Now both of them are happy. Okay. In this way, I'm transferring my message. Okay, through this communication channel. Hi, how are you? Okay, that is the thing. Okay. After that, let's see what. Okay. So now again, you can see this picture. Here, basically, we have modulator, but still we do not have any demodulator. This telephone can receive the analog signal, no problem about it. But when it transmit the analog signal to my computer, again it will not be able to understand anything, isn't it? So then what it is going to do? Okay. Okay, can you see that? It is not possible. They are showing here cross. Okay. Now computer B, in between my telephone channel and computer B, we need a demodulator. Okay, and let's see what demodulator can do. Can you see that? It can.
Yes, sir.
It can receiving demodulator. It can receive analog signal and it is
And
converting
translate.
that analog signal into digital
Digital
signal.
signal.
All right. Now my computer will be able to understand. Okay, and it will be able to receive my message. Okay, now the path is completed. Now I can transmit my message to my friend. Okay, computer A to computer B. Computer A is saying, hi, how are you? Okay. Okay, that is the thing. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
in this way, we need modulator and demodulator. Previously, we had two separate things, but now what we have, okay, basically they are showing the reverse process. Okay, now computer B sending SMS or email to my computer A. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, so they are basically mentioning here, previously we had two separate device, modulator and demodulator, but nowadays basically we combine these two and we basically
Modem.
make basically what? A single
Modem.
that is called modem.
Modem.
All right, so in this way we can send or we can receive data packets, okay, through this modem. Okay, right. Is that clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'm going to show my signal, my slide again.
Sir, I have a question.
Please.
Sir, can we send through optical fiber cable the digital signal? Can we send digital signal through optical fiber?
Digital signal we cannot transmit. Okay. We when we use optical fiber, on that time we basically send our our signal in the form of light, isn't it? Light
Yes,
basically what? Light also basically
analog.
work as a principle of analog signal, isn't it?
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So again, basically we are basically converting digital to analog. So definitely you need modem. Without modem, okay, it will not possible to transmit digital signal from one computer to another computer. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now we can move to the next one. First one done. Router. Okay, router, or sometimes many people call it router. Okay, but router. Okay, right. Whatever the pronunciation. Okay, but we have to understand what is it basically. Okay, so can anyone read this one? Sakib, can you read the slide? Sakib, can you hear me? Raidul Islam Sakib.
Yes, sir.
Unmute your microphone. Please read the slide, please.
Sir, should I read the body part or everything?
Just about the router.
Okay, sir.
Right.
A router is a hardware device that allows you to connect several computers and other devices to a single internet connection. Many routers are wireless. Most routers are also act as hardware firewall.
All right, very good. Thank you, Sakib.
Welcome, sir.
So here you can see they're mentioning that another hardware we have. Okay, basically we can call it another networking hardware. This one is, and what is the main task or the responsibility or the main purpose of use this router? It can connect. Can you see that? It can connect several computers and other devices to a single internet connection. Okay, at your home, okay, you can take one broadband connection, and what you can do by using your router, okay, you can make that router as a access point, internet access point. Okay, and in this way you will be able to add number of mobile phones. You can add your you can connect your laptop, okay, or
Yes,
tablet computer, or
Yes, sir.
printer even, okay, or which hardware basically support
internet connection,
Wi-Fi, okay, Wi-Fi connection. You can connect everything with them. That is the thing. Am I clear to you?
Yes,
Even
sir.
you can connect your TV. Nowadays
Yes,
you
sir.
have a smart TV, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
We can connect
Yes, sir.
that smart TV with the router. Okay, you can connect your desktop computer even, okay, through cable.
Yes, sir.
Some of them you can connect through cable. Some of them you can connect by using Wi-Fi technology. Is it clear
Yes,
to
sir.
you?
Yes, sir.
Right. So you can see the picture here. So you are taking the broadband connection from ISP provider. Okay. Then you need a modem. Definitely you need a modem for signal conversion. And here is your router, and you see you're connecting number of devices. Okay, your desktop, your laptop, your mobile phone. You can also connect your TV. You can connect your printer. Okay, through this router. Okay, that is the thing. Here you can see this is basically giving wireless facility. Okay, wireless facility. We need not to connect this mobile phone or this laptop through a cable. Without cable, we also connect this one, okay, with our router. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, and the last point they're mentioning here, most routers also act as a hardware firewall. Do you have any idea about firewall? Anyone? What is firewall?
No, sir.
Anyone heard this term earlier?
Firewall means, sir, it's a protective wall. Sir, I think.
Protecting wall or fire on the wall?
Yes, sir. So that no, sir. Yeah, I think it's a protecting wall so that the hackers cannot get into it.
Right. Okay. Basically, this firewall can play a role as filter. Okay. This firewall can play role as filter. Okay. Like you can prevent unauthorized access in your network. You can prevent what? Unauthorized access in your network. All right. So that's why we need this firewall. You can allow some specific person in your network to access, and you can deny some person. You can allow some website. You can deny some website. So in this way, you can prevent intruders. Okay, intruders means that means in Bangla that is called অনুপ্রবেশকারী. Okay, you can prevent those intruders. Okay, that is the thing. So by using this firewall, we can prevent hackers. Okay, or we can prevent some intruders to get unauthorized access inside our network. Okay, that is the thing. So firewall basically perform this task. Suppose for an example, when you will be able to access your computer lab in the university, you are not able to access Facebook or YouTube, okay, by using your lab computer, lab PC, okay, because in that firewall it basically restricted. Okay, they basically those who basically system admin, the person who is basically system admin, he basically restrict that one. Okay, you cannot access this website. Okay, that is the thing. So in this way, you can set number of protocol. You can set some rules and regulation in the firewall. Okay, in the firewall, that means inside the inside your router. Okay, inside your router. Is that clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Router.
Yes, sir.
Mainly, we use this router to connect to different network. Okay, if two network follow different protocols to connect different network, we need basically this router. Okay, that is the thing. So this is the advanced thing I'm talking about. In your networking course, you're going to learn about this thing. Okay, you're going to get more explanation about this router. Many more explanation you are going to get. But whatever the things I'm going to show you, this is the very fundamental thing. Okay, that is. Okay, I think that's all about this
sir,
router.
I have some question regarding this topic. Actually, there is a port. It is a blue port where the ISP line has been connected to the router.
Right.
And there are several ports that is called LAN.
Right.
Sir, is the ISP line have the signal of analog signal or digital signal?
No, ISP line basically, I mean, through that one, you are getting basically internet. Okay, they are basically giving you facility to connect with World Wide Web. Okay, that is the thing. But when basically ISP means actually what? ISP means they are giving a service. Okay, but to understand this concept, you have to know what is network. Okay, what is internet? Do you have any idea what is internet? In the chapter basic concept of internet, we're going to elaborate this thing very clear, very elaborately. But for now, I'm talking about very basic thing like internet means interconnected network. Internet means actually what? Interconnected network. Okay, right. That means suppose I would like to send an email I would like to send an email to my friend who is living in America. So when I'm going to send that email to my friend who is living in America, so how that email or how that signal basically traveling? Can do you have any idea how that signal basically traveling from Bangladesh to America? Is there a dedicated cable in between these two computers?
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
It is
Definitely
through.
not, isn't it? Definitely
Yes, sir.
not. Okay, through different network, okay, it is going to travel from one computer to another computer, another computer to
another computer.
I mean forward computer. So in this way, through different network, it is basically passing from Bangladesh to America. It is traveling from Bangladesh to America. Okay, so in between us, in between me and my friend, we have number of ISP provider. Okay, internet service provider. Okay, that is the thing. One internet service provider sending that signal to another one. Okay, another one to another one. In this way, it is traveling through that. We under the ocean, we have what? We have a cable, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
That cable name is what?
The optical cable, maybe.
Under the Bay of Bengal, okay, we have a dedicated cable, a very long cable we have. Okay, that through that cable it can transmit. Okay, and again it basically pass through the number of ISP. Then basically it reach to my friend's computer. Okay, so ISP basically give us this facility. Okay, but that signal need to convert by modulator from digital signal to analog signal. That is the thing. Am I clear to you? Basically, ISP, they are not going to provide us any kind of signal. They are giving us a channel. Through that channel, we can transmit signal. And your modem is responsible to convert digital to analog. Am I clear to you?
Sir, what if I connect to the Ethernet port directly?
Ethernet port means actually what? I mean, I'm not clear about your question.
Sir, actually, Ethernet port is left side of our computer. So there
I understand the Ethernet port, but what is the question? I'm not clear about the question.
So my question is, what if I connect the broadband line to my Ethernet port directly?
So when you are connecting with the Ethernet port, suppose I am composing an email and I would like to send it to you. Okay, through my through that broadband connection, okay, it is going to travel. That is the channel, that is the path. Okay, through that path, my signal is going to travel towards your computer. At first, definitely it will go to my go to basically what? Go to the ISP server. Then from that, it is going to your PC. That is the thing. That is the communication channel. ISP is giving us a communication channel. It is not giving us any signal. It is giving us a communication channel through which we can transmit data. Okay. On the other hand, by using modem, we can convert the signal. You have to understand the difference in between these two. ISP, they are giving us a communication channel, a route, a path. Okay. Not more than that. Okay. But on the other hand, our modem, okay, they basically give us facility to convert analog to digital signal or vice versa, digital to analog signal. Am I clear to you? Dihan?
Yes, sir.
Dihan, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you. Sir, I didn't understand, sir. There is a huge criteria in this sector. So actually, I tried to connect the broadband line directly to my computer, and several times I failed because there was no signal. And
no,
then
why you cannot? Why you cannot? You can connect your broadband line directly to your computer. It's possible. But the problem is that your ISP provider, they need to activate your, they need to allow you, right? They need to activate you, activate your MAC address.
Yes, sir. Okay. MAC address.
Without I mean, if they are not able to recognize your MAC address, then you will not be able to connect your broadband connection.
They won't give the permission to use my computer device as.
Right. Okay. They have to give you permission.
Yes, sir.
Okay. When you connect your broadband connection with your desktop, on that time they will get your MAC address. Okay. If they allow you, they have the router. From that router, they can also manage the thing. They can filter that one, isn't it? As you are not authorized person to access their service, they're not going to give you that facility. But if you tell them, okay, I already insert your broadband connection with my PC, okay, with my network, with my Ethernet port, Now you have to give me the facility, internet facility. Then they are going to activate your MAC address. Okay, MAC address means for each and every device we have unique number. That unique number is called MAC address.
MAC address.
Without activating that MAC address, you're not going to use their internet facility.
Yes, sir.
Am I clear to you, Dihan?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. So basically, what they say, like when you take the internet connection, they will tell you that, ভাই আপনি ইন্টারনেট কানেকশনটা আপনি ব্রডব্যান্ড লাইনটা লাগানোর পরে আমাকে বললেন আমি আপনার ম্যাক অ্যাড্রেসটা ফালাই দিব, ঠিক আছে?
Yes, sir.
ম্যাক
Yes,
অ্যাড্রেস
sir.
ফালাই দেওয়া
Yes,
মানে
sir.
কি? ম্যাক অ্যাড্রেস ফালাই দেওয়া মানে হচ্ছে কি আপনার ম্যাক অ্যাড্রেসটা আমি অ্যাক্টিভেট করে দিব।
অ্যাক্টিভেট করে
তখন আপনি ওটাকে অ্যাক্টিভেট করুন, তখন আপনি ইন্টারনেটটা ইউজ করতে পারবেন আপনার পিসিতে, আদারওয়াইজ
ইউজ করতে পারবেন।
ওকে।
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's move to the next one. We have only 2 minutes left. Okay, according to my time schedule. Let me move quicker. Okay. The last thing we have, that is network card. Network card. Can you see the network card here? The picture of network card.
Yes, sir.
Dihan, read it. Network card.
A network card is a piece of hardware that allows computer to communicate over computer network. Computers have a network card built into the motherboard. The network card will have an Ethernet port, a wireless connection, or both.
All right, thank you. So network card, basically this one, nowadays we have built in with our motherboard. Okay, we need not to purchase this one separately. Okay, but previously we had to purchase it separately, but nowadays it basically comes with our motherboard built-in. Okay, and here you will get the port, Ethernet port, where you can connect your broadband connection. Okay, that is the thing. And you can get it in different form, like only Ethernet port or with the facility of wireless. Okay, that is the thing. Let me show you one picture, then you will get more clear idea about this thing. Can you see the picture on your screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. So here you can see this is the Ethernet port. Okay, and in your previous class I show you one cable, Ethernet cable. You can insert that Ethernet cable inside this Ethernet port. Okay, that is the thing. So nowadays we need not to purchase this one separately. This device, basically this hardware, basically we have built in with our
motherboard.
Right. But if you do not find out this one with your motherboard, then you can purchase this one and you can place this one in the on the expansion slot on your motherboard. Am I clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Right. So that's all about this lecture. Okay. This is the 3 important hardwares we basically discussed about. Okay. And here you will get some question. So go through these questions at your home and let me know if you have any problem or not, to understand any question. All right. So that's all about this chapter. In our next class, we are going to start learning about what? Basic software. Basic softwares. All right.
Okay, sir.
So for any questions you have?
Sir, where can I get those questions? Are they on the Google Classroom?
Right. Everything I have in the Google Classroom. Slide already uploaded in the Google Classroom. You can download this one from that Google Classroom. All right.
Sir, what about the quiz?
Okay, right. Quiz test. Now I'd like to talk about the quiz test. So yesterday I basically tried, but due to some technical issues, I couldn't manage that one. Okay, to take your quiz test. So today 7 p.m. Today 7 p.m. again, I'm going to share a URL. Okay, share a link. Okay, of question. Okay, in the Google Classroom, it will be activated at 7 p.m. So you can access that link from that Google Classroom, from our Google Classroom. Okay, so rules and regulation will be remain same. You will get 20 minutes. Okay, and you have to answer 25 questions. Okay, and within the given time you have to give the answer. All right.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Our attendance.
So now I would like to take the attendance. Give your attendance now. All right. The first one, Orpita, sorry, Deepanita Dash, Orpita. Orpika
Yes,
is
sir.
present. All right. Then Nurul Afsar.
Yes, sir.
Nurul Afsar present. Raidul Islam Sakib.
Yes, sir.
Sakib present. Shaun.
Present, sir.
Shaun present. Then Shifa.
Present, sir.
All right. Then Shaju. Shaju is present. All right. Then Arif. Arif present. Ritu.
Yes, sir.
Then Mashfi. I saw Mashfi 3032. All right. Then Samin.
Yes, sir.
Then Sabbir.
Yes, sir.
Anunna.
Present, sir.
Tanvir. Tanvir. I saw him. Tanvir.
Hello,
He is
hello,
present,
sir.
sir.
Okay,
Sir, he is
Tanvir. All right.
present, sir.
Then Rimu. Rimu, are you present, Rimu?
Present, sir.
Right. Dihan. Dihan is present.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Ivo.
Yes, sir.
Then Alamin Akash.
Present, sir.
All right. Then Dhruvo.
Yes, sir.
Sifat.
Present, please.
Then Raihan Mahmud. Raihan, are you present? Raihan.
Yes, sir.
All right. Then Dolon.
Present, sir.
Najmus Sakib.
Yes, sir.
All right. So today, no one is absent.
Sir.
That's a very good sign.
Sir. Yeah, Shaju to
No, Shaju is present.
Shaju is absent today.
No, no,
Shaju is
Shaju present.
He message or
Now
inbox.
he's present. I can see him. And
Now
he
he's
basically in the chat box, he basically replied. All right. Okay, so that's good. Please be attentive in the class. Okay. In the next class, I'm going to show you your attendance report. Okay. Till now, what is the status of your attendance report? All right. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And very soon, I'm going to take your first term examination. As I already mentioned, in the first term examination, we have 3 chapters. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and Chapter 3. We have completed first 2, Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. Only 1 left. Chapter 3, we are going to start in our next class. That is basic hardware. All right. Any questions so far?
Sir, is that
Basic
going to be
software.
verbal way?
There will be 2 parts of your examination. One is written and the one is Viva. 60% mark you have in your Viva and 40% mark you have in your written examination. Then I'm going to combine both of them and then I'm going to give you the first term mark. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
All right, sir.
Right.
All right, sir.
Thank you. Any questions so far?
No, sir.
All right. If you do not have any question, then I would like to adjourn our class, today's class. So see you tomorrow.
Can you hear me, sir?
And remember that today at 7 p.m. we have a quiz test. Thank you, everyone.
Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Hi, I can hear you, Tanvir.
Sir, yesterday I could not join the whole class. In the middle of the class, my network is tapped. So I don't know, sir, whether I was present yesterday or not.
You got your attendance. You got your attendance.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.